It's week 2 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Giants and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just...
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's a 2nd and 6. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Wilson. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Taking off, he'll try. He is in. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the option, here's Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Prescott to throw it on fourth down. He'll try, and he will get into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. In motion, it's Robinson. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Still second down.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. On third down, here's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Still second down.
They'll run with Tracy. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And the Giants are going to have first and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A run on 1st and goal. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. It is brought in the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau with the stop. Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Prescott. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. They'll come up here 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. A big-time play out of the G-men. 32 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Andrew Thomas, guilty there. Now it's Tracy looking to run. A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Pistol now for Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, it's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Second down, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a second down throw for Prescott. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
3 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Dak. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Gain of 6. That's another Cowboys.
To the air again. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Prescott again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Again, Prescott to the air. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's
On first and 10, Prescott into the hands of Pickens. And he's in! George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. They face second down and 7. Now Russ. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the play fake, Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Robinson. Up the middle they go. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one taken in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch, but got to finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Dak gonna run with it himself. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw is Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, a loose football. The Cowboys have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a big turn of events there. This defense trying to hold off the opposition now takes the lead, Greg, by taking it to the end zone.
Yeah, and it seems like week in and week out, Mike, in this league, there's 1 or 2 plays that determine the outcome of a game. And I get the sense here in the second half, that game-changing scoop and score by this defense could very well be that play.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's to Robinson. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. To return, it is Turpin. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd and 11. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He's going to try it here again. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, New York.
Now a give on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They motion a receiver right. On the give, it's Tracy. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Wilson to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Play action. Now, Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And this one online, and it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense, and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. Dak to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Back to throw is Prescott. That one knocked away and incomplete. Olsen Adebo, the good coverage, gets his hand in there to knock it away. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Third and long.
No gain on the play. It's now third down and long.
Prescott now. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Big play coming up. This is third down. Now Russ. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Back to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He gets 3 inside the 20, and he will go all the way. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Pistol now for Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to grab a late lead.
A 37-yard attempt.
This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's second down. On second down, Russ. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll run. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Victory formation here as he's down to an E. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.